Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarodhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarodhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jai Gaura Pramanande Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Gita Sastram Midam Punyam Yapade Prayate Puman Vishnu Padam Avapnoti Vayasokadi Varjita. These are the slokas on the glorification of Bhagavad Gita by Lord Shiva to Parvati in the Gita Mahatmya. Lord Shiva said to Parvati that those who are seriously hearing the subject matter of Bhagavad Gita will become free from all kinds of fear. Generally, in human life, we have got different kinds of fear. Somewhere or other, everyone is living in a great fear because the death can come at any time. And Lord Shiva says, if somebody is seriously hearing the Bhagavad Gita, even the death comes knocking their door, they become fearless. That he says, one benefit you get by seriously hearing Bhagavad Gita. Gita Sasradhyayena Silasya Pranayasya Chan Naivam Shanti Papane Purvajanma Krithani Chan. And he continued to glorify Gita. He says, by sincerely taking shelter of the Bhagavad Gita, all our previous life karma will be taken away from us. He says people are not having peace and happiness in their life due to the influence of the karma of many, many lifetimes. But by sincerely taking shelter of the Bhagavad Gita, that a person can free himself from all kinds of karma. Maline mochanam pumsam jalasnanam dine dine sakre gitamrta snanam samsara malanasanam. He says to clean this material body we use water, and by taking bath in the Ganges water of Bhagavad Gita, one cleans all his miseries of his life. Gita Sugita Kartavya Kimmanne Sastra Vistare Ya Swayam Padmanabhascha Mukar Padma Vinisrite. He says at the present age Kali Yuga, people practically would become very lazy. They won't be that much interested in the spiritual subject matter. And people won't have that kind of inclination, don't have that kind of desire to read the Upanishad, the Puranas, and the Vedic literatures. He says that there is no requirement for people to read any different kinds of scripture. Just by reading Bhagavad Gita alone will give them of all the benefits they read from any other scripture, because Bhagavad Gita is spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Bharata Amrita Sarvasam Vishnu Vakram Vinisrite Gita Gangoda Kampitva Punajanmana Bhidyate. He says in India, Bharat land, India, there is Ganges is flowing in India. By taking bath in the Ganga, you become free from all kinds of sinful reaction. Similarly, by taking bath in the Ganges water of Bhagavad Gita, you will attain the same benefit of bathing in the Ganga water. Sarvopani Sadogavo Doktam Gopala Nandana Partha Vatsa Siddhi Bhakta Doktam Gita Martam Mahar. Of all the Upanishad, Gita Upanishad considered to be the essence. Bhagavad Gita is like a cow, Krishna is like a coward boy milking that cow, and is giving to devotees like Arjuna to be happy in their life. Ekam Sastram Devike Putra Gitam Eko Devo Devike Putra Hiva Eko Mantra Tasya Namaniyani Karma Piyekam Tasya Devasya Seva. He said in time to come, in future, all over the world people will be seeking for only one scripture, and Lord Shiva says Bhagavad Gita will become one scripture for the whole world. People will be looking for only one God, and Krishna, the Supreme Personality, will become one God for the entire human society. And people will be looking for one service, and service to Krishna will become the ultimate duty of the human life. And people will be wanting to chant only one mantra. He says the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The holy name of the Lord will become the only mantra for the entire world in time to come. So this is the prediction. This is the glorification by Lord Shiva. In the Gita Mahatmya, to his consort, Goddess Parvati. So in this way, we have got this opportunity to hear the Bhagavatam in the association of the devotees by the mercy of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. I just mentioned the 7 slokas recited by Lord Shiva to Goddess Parvati about the glorification of Bhagavad Gita. He said, number 1, by seriously hearing Bhagavad Gita, you become fearless in the world. He said, number 2, by sincerely taking up Bhagavad Gita, you come out free from previous life karma. Number 3, by bathing in the Ganges water of Bhagavad Gita, all our miseries will be destroyed from us. And number 4, there is no requirement to read any other scripture. Bhagavad Gita alone is already good enough. And by reading Bhagavad Gita, you attain the benefit of reading every other scripture, because Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Supreme Personality of Godhead. And number 5, he says that in India there is Ganges river flowing. By bathing in Ganga, you destroy all your karma. And similarly, by bathing in the Ganges water of Bhagavad Gita, you attain the same benefit of bathing in Ganga. And he says of all the Upanishad, Gita considered to be the essence of all the Upanishad. He said Bhagavad Gita is like a cow, Krishna is like a coward boy milking the cow of Bhagavad Gita and giving to the devotees like Arjuna and others. Finally, Lord Shiva is predicted in time to come. The whole world wanted to only read one scripture. He said Bhagavad Gita will become the scripture for the entire world. World will only want to worship only one God. He said Krishna will become one God for the entire world. And he said people will be looking for only one deity in their life. He said duty to Krishna will become the prime duty for everyone. Finally, he said people will be tired of chanting so many different mantras. They will be looking for only one mantra. And the chanting of the holy name will become the mantra for the entire human society in the world. In this way, we heard yesterday that Arjuna, reluctant to carry out the order of Krishna, and then reason he gave is that every family to grow properly and to have a good population in the world, and for the world to be progressed and advanced, to be happy and peaceful, he said one's family foundation must be very strong. Otherwise, there will be unwanted population in the world, and it will create all kinds of disturbance for the entire human society. In this way, Arjuna said, Aho Batam Mahapapam Kartum Vyavasitam Vayam Yad Raja Sukalobhena Swajanam Yad Udayate. He says, my dear Krishna, just for this Raja, this kingdom, I don't want to involve into this kind of sinful activities. And I don't want to kill my kinsman just because of the enjoyment of this Raja, this kingdom. So in this way, he got down from the chariot, sat very depressed way, and he refused to fight in the battlefield. And Sanjaya gives a very good explanation in the chapter 2, text 1. Tam sadaha kripaya vistan asrupurna kuleksanam visidantam idam vakyam vacha madhusudana. Looking at Arjun, sitting with full of compassion and with the mind in depression and filled with tears in his eyes, Krishna now began to speak to Arjuna. In the 18th chapter, text 17, Prabhupada, Krishna explains. He says that Yasya nahan krita bhavo buddhir yasya na lepyate advat pisa iman loka nahanti nane bhadyate. Krishna says, if one who is not entangled, the intelligent is not entangled, one who is free from false ego, even he kills somebody in the world, he does not kill anyone. Though he kills somebody, he is not bound by the reaction of that action. If somebody free from false ego, somebody's intelligence is not entangled, even he kills somebody in the world, Krishna says he never killed anybody. No, he is not bound by the reaction. In the purport, in the chapter 18, text 17, Prabhupada writes, the decision for Arjuna not to take part in the battlefield, it comes out due to his false ego. Somewhere or other is false ego, because he said, Prabhupada said, this kind of decision that you don't want to carry out the order of Krishna, Prabhupada said that comes from the mode of ignorance. Prabhupada writes there, he says that Arjuna thought that he is the doer, that he is going to make everything here. But he doesn't understand that Krishna has sanctioned this action. That is why he has to participate in the order of Krishna. Anybody intelligent in this world, they will understand that he is not the doer of anything in the world. Jai Sri Sri Vijaya Kuranga Dayal Nitai Ki Jai. Whatever happens in our life, there are 5 reasons are there. Generally, when good things happen, we claim that I did everything. When bad things happen, we point finger at everybody else. This happened because of that person. But Bhagavad Gita chapter 18, text 13, 14, 15, 16, Krishna explains. Panchaitani mahabhavo karanani vibhudame sankhya kartani proktani siddhaye sarva karanam. Whatever happens in anybody's life, he said there are 5 reasons are there. Adhisthanam tada karta karanam cha pradagvrta vividha cha pratakcheta daivam chaivatva panchamam. The number 1 reason is that their body is one reason. Number 2, their soul is another reason. Number 3, their senses are third reason. Number 4, their endeavor, their actions are fourth reason. Number 5, Krishna himself is the 5th reason. Whatever happens in your life, Krishna is involved in everything in your life. 4, you are the reason. 1 is Krishna is the reason. Sariravan manobhiryat karma prarabhate nara nyayam va viparatim va panchaitva tasya hetava. Krishna says, whatever happens through your mind, through your words, through your body, whether it is good, whether it is bad, is all only due to these 5 reasons. Tatraivam sati kartaram karma atmanam prarabhate nara pasyati akirta buddhidvana sa pasyati dhurmati. He says only the unintelligent people think that he is the doer of everything. He does not see the 5 reasons. Understand? Anything happens in our life, you don't blame anybody else. Or because of this person, that person, that person, no. 4 is from your side. Your body is one reason, your soul is another reason, your senses are third reason, your endeavor, your trial, your actions are fourth reason, and Krishna is the 5th reason. There's a reason why Krishna sanctioned, there's a reason why Krishna did not sanction your desire. So in this way, Arjuna do not see the 5 reasons, because Prabhupada says he is somewhere or other put into the ignorance condition. And now he is refused to carry out the order of Krishna, thinking that he not meant to kill anybody here. That will create a lot of other disturbance in the society. And seeing at Arjun that is full of compassion and with tears in his eyes, and his mind is somewhere rather depressed, Krishna now began to speak to Arjun. Kutasva kasmalamidam visame samupastitam anaryam justam akaryam askaryam. Kutasva kasmalamidam visame samupastitam anaryam justam asvaryam akirti karam Arjuna. Krishna asked, my dear Arjun, where this impurity has come upon you? For a man who's known the higher purpose of life, this kind of impurity is not fitting for them to go more higher in their life. Skrabyamam swaghamam parda naitatva upapadyate sudhram hridayam dharbalyam tva upadyaiva uttishta. He says, sudhram hridayam, he says that your heart has, become sudhram, means has become very contaminated. And, it is not meant what you are to be. You're not meant to be like this. No. So how you become so important, in this way. And Arjun said, Kadam Bhismam Aham Sanke Dronam Cha Madhusudana Isubi Purvisyami Pujarva Arisudana. My dear Krishna, you want me to kill all these people, Bhisma, Drona? They all are very elderly people, and they are as good as to be worshipped in the world. How to kill them? Gurun ahatvai mahanubhavan sreyo bhangtum bhaiksha apiyala. Bhaiksha means begging. He says better to become a beggar in the world instead of living on the cost of other people's blood. He said, if I kill these people, my hand will be tainted with blood. And no good to enjoy in the world by the cost of the cost of others' happiness. Karpanya dosa pahata swabhava prachamitvam dharma samula cheta. Yasrayannishacham bruyatan me sisyasteyam sadimam swaprapannam. In the chapter 2, text 7, now Arjuna understood that Krishna is trying to order him to carry out the duty for some reason, and he's somewhere rather confused about his duty. Now he's surrendered to Krishna. That's the only thing the devotee must understand. Without surrendering to the Lord, there is no beginning of our spiritual life. There are 18 chapters, 700 verses in Bhagavad Gita, but Krishna is not interested in the 699 verses of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna have not come to teach anybody 699 verses, but Krishna is using the 699 verses to convince you only on one verse, is that there is 1866, Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mamekam Saranam Brajam Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Moksha Yisami Masucha. Krishna wants us to surrender to him. But because we are not convinced with that one sloka, so Krishna comes with the 699 sloka to try to convince us. There was one very rich man, his business was going well, and his family are doing well. Somewhere or other, he all the time worry about something in his life. He himself, not knowing very much what that worry is coming all the time. So he went to so many doctors, but no doctor could help him. But one of the doctors told him, there is one sadhu living in one village and he is teaching Bhagavad Gita. So if you read Bhagavad Gita, he said your worries will go away. So you better go and look for that sadhu and learn Bhagavad Gita. So he went to the village and looked for the sadhu. He found the sadhu and he told him that, my family is okay, my business okay, but somewhere or other I got some worries in my mind. And I was told by learning Bhagavad Gita, my worries will go away. Is it true? The sadhu said, yes. He said, can you teach me Bhagavad Gita? Yes, sure. Then he says that, the sadhu said there are 18 chapters, 700 verses of Bhagavad Gita, so it will take about 3 months for me to teach you. And the businessman says that I'm a very busy man. I got business, dealing every day. I cannot spend here 3 months. My dear Sadhuji, please, make it be short, not 3 months. Make it, cut down the time of learning. The Sadhu says that, okay, never mind. In that case, I teach you the conclusion of the Bhagavad Gita. There is 17 chapters only in Bhagavad Gita. The 18 chapters is the conclusion of the 17 chapters. So I will teach you that 18 chapter conclusion, the perfection of renunciation. I'll teach you the one. And then the businessman asked him how long it will take. He said the 18th chapter has got 78 verses. So he says it will take about 1 week. I'll teach you. A businessman said 1 week is too long. I don't have time. Please cut it short for me. And then the Sadhuji says, never mind. There's one sloka I will teach you, 1866. This sloka you memorize. Sarvadharman parityaja mamikam saranam brajam aham tvam sarva papebhya moksaya same masuchaha. The businessman said, I'm not that clever in reading Bhagavad Gita, memorizing. I can memorize the money, but these things are very difficult for me. This one sloka seems to be very long. You make it short for me. And Sadhu says, okay, in that sloka there is one word is there, Masucha. You remember, memorize that one word, Masucha. Masucha means do not worry. There is the word there, Masucha. So you worry so many times, you worry all the time. He said that one word, Masucha, you remember. Do not worry. He said, whenever the worries comes in your life, the problem comes in your life, you think of Krishna and you say, Masucha. With great faith, you utter that one word, Masucha, your worries will go away. The chapter 9, text 3, Krishna says, Astra dadana purusa dharma sesya parantapa aprapya mam nivartante mritu samsara varitmani. If you don't have faith in this path of Krishna consciousness, you return again to this miserable material world. So in this way, Arjuna surrendered to Krishna. And the moment Arjuna surrendered, Prabhupada says, now no more friendship dealing here. Krishna takes the position of a teacher, guru, heavy. Guru means heavy. Prabhupada says, you go and look for a false guru, you get a garu. Garu means, buffalo, you get a buffalo guru. And Krishna, the first thing Krishna told Arjuna. Arjuna said, evam yuktva rishikesa gudakesa bharatana yotsyayate govinda yuktva tusnim bhabuvaha. My dear Govinda, I cannot fight in the battle. Tamuvacha rishikesa prahasan iha bharata sanayor bhayor madde visidantam idam vacha. The chapter 2, text 9, now Krishna, now Arjuna crying, he said, Govinda, I cannot fight. He is really serious crying. And Arjuna, Krishna smiling at Arjuna. Just like you see, this guy is a stupid fellow. For no reason he's crying, There's no serious matter here. Nobody depends on him. So why he's crying? True or not? The country do not depend on you, so you don't depend on the country. That's it. So he was, crying, and Krishna now reflect back. He, with smiling face, Krishna now says, Asocyan anvasocyan tuam pragyamvada sabhasase gatasuna gatasuncha nanusocyanti pandita. You're talking like a very learned man. But you are crying for no reason here. A person who knows the value of life, they do not cry, for somebody who's living or who's dying. You always understand the body has not got no life in there. After the battlefield, Uddhava asked Krishna, my dear Krishna, why the living entities are suffering in the world? Why the living entities suffering? Uddhava asked Krishna. Krishna told Uddhava, he asked back Uddhava, who is suffering in the world? Uddhava said, people are suffering in the world. So Krishna asked him, is their body suffering or is their soul suffering? And now dilemma for Uddhava. Uddhava saying, body suffering or soul suffering? You're not able to answer. Krishna said, the body is a dead element. If a dead body, you go and kick the dead body, the body is going to complain to you. The body has no life at all, is not suffering at all. There is nothing, no happiness or distress, nothing for the dead body. So naturally there is no suffering for the body. And the soul is Sachidananda, eternally is, bliss, full of knowledge, and then, eternity is there. And he is the, part and parcel of Krishna. The soul is always enlightened. So now the soul suffers. The body doesn't suffer, the soul don't suffer. So Uddhava, who is suffering here? It's only everything goes on with your mind. Now Arjun, with mind depressed, full of compassion, and Prabhupada writes in the purport, only those who are not knowing the science of self-realization, those who are carried away by materialistic way of life, they create this kind of compassion. It's a compassion, crying, distress, depressed. It's all is a sign of somebody anarya, somebody uncivilized. A civilized person, they do not behave like an animal in the world. So there are lamentation, there are compassion in the mode of goodness, there are compassion in the mode of passionate, there are compassion in the mode of ignorance. So somewhere or other, all these different compassion, different modes of nature is a kind of conditional life in the world. You have to go beyond this conditional life. So understanding this thing, Krishna told Arjuna, Asocyan Anvasocyan. You are talking like a very learned man, giving all kind of reason. But real learned men, they do not worry for those who are living, those who are dying. And Krishna said, Natve natum jatunasam natvam neme janadipa nachaiva na bhavisyame sarve vayam atham param. He said, my dear Arjun, there was not a time you and me did not, present in the world. And there is not going to be a time that we are not going to be written again. Denosmin yada dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara tada deyantara prapte dhirastatra namuyati. The soul within the childhood body passed to the youth body, to the old age. When the body becomes invalid, the soul enters into another body. Matras pasa sukaunteya sitosna sukadukada. It says just like, changing of winter and summer. You do not, carried away by this thing. Titikshava, one must learn to be tolerant in his life. Tolerance is the highest quality for anybody to pass through the obstacles of life. So Krishna told Arjuna, Na jayate mariyate va kadachin nayam bhutva bhavitavana bhuya ajo nityam sasvatoyam purano na anyate anyamane sarire. In the chapter 2, text 20, Krishna says, my dear Arjuna, for the soul there is no birth, there is no death, there is no beginning, there is no end. It's not coming one time, it's not coming back again, it's everlasting. Sariram, when this body, only the body can be slain, but the soul within the body cannot be slain but any. Vachamsi jarnani yada vihayo navani griyate naro parani tada sarirani vihaya jarnani anyani samyani navani dehi. In the chapter 222, Krishna says, just like, when the clothes, you become, old, you throw away the old clothes, you put on a new clothes. Similarly, when the body becomes invalid, the soul accepts another body. Jatasya yudruvam mritur dirum. Nainam chindanti sasrani, nainam dahati pavaka, na chainam kleliyati apo, na sosayati maruta. He said the soul cannot be cut by any weapon, cannot be moistured by any water, cannot be burned by any fire. Avyaktoyam achityoyam avikaryoyam uchyate tasmadidat viridvainam na sosayasi maruta. Krishna said the soul cannot be moved from one place to another place. And the soul is very amazing, very difficult to understand. And 227, Krishna says that Jatasya yudhruvam mritur dhruvam janma mrityasya tasmadapari ariyarite natvam sochitum arhasi. Anybody who have taken birth in this world, they are very sure to die. And anybody died, they are very sure to take birth again. You cannot avoid the situation of death. There was a time one man, he was drinking a coffee in a restaurant, and his time has come, he has to leave the world, but he's in the restaurant drinking coffee. So Yamaraj, the superintendent of death, he came and sat beside him. He said, better finish your coffee, your time has come, you have to go with me. He said, who are you? I'm Yamaraj. I come for everybody now, your time has come. Oh, I don't believe you. He said, look, I got the list of names here. I have to go to many other places today. And, you see all the names. And the man drinking coffee, he said, you have to go to many other people. You better go to them first. Why you come to me first? He said, because today your name is on the top now. So if your name is on the bottom, I'll come later, but your name is on the top, of the list. And he showed him the list, he said, I'm not lying to you. Your name is on top of the list. You better finish your coffee. The man told Yamaraj, since you're already here, better you also take a cup of coffee with me, I buy for you. So he went and bought the coffee, he put one sleeping pill in the coffee and gave it to the Yamaraj. So Yamaraj drank the coffee, then went to sleep for a little while. And by the time he woke up, he took the Yamaraj list, and then he erased his name from the top, he put it on the bottom. So after 10 minutes, when Yamaraj got up, he said, okay, if you finish with your coffee, let us go. Then he said, my dear Yamaraj, you check the name again. See whether my name is on top or not. Yamaraj, checked the list of the names, and then he saw his name is not on top, but his name is on bottom of the list. Yamaraj said, never mind, let us go. He said, Yamaraj, you said if on the top you come first, but mine is on the bottom. Yamaraj said, for everybody in the world, I go from the top. But you are a very nice man. You are the only person who bought a cup of coffee for me. For that reason, today I'm going to go from the bottom. So you think you're very intelligent? Yamaraj is more intelligent than us. So Krishna says, anybody have taken birth in the world, they are very sure to die. Avyaktalini bhutani vyaktam madhyani bharata avyakta nidhanani eva tatraka parisevana. In the chapter 2, text 28, Krishna says, my dear Arjun, there was a time you were not manifested, in between you were manifested, at the end, you become unmanifested again. Why you worry about, people leaving the world? They were not there at one time, in between they have, appeared, and finally they won't be there again. Like you walk in the street, you don't have any money in your pocket. You found $100 on the street, happy you put it in your pocket, and you're walking somewhere, that money lost, why you cry? That first of all was not there with you. In between you got it, so Krishna told Arjuna, why you worry? But somewhere or other, Krishna told him, Acharyavat pasyati kashidenam Acharyavat. He says that, my dear Arjuna, for some people who are talking about the soul, and somebody is hearing, for everybody the soul becomes, very amazing to hear, amazing to understand. Even after hearing so many times, still, the subject matter of the soul remaining very amazing. So he says that, the body will be slain, but nobody can kill the soul. Now in the chapter 2, text 31, Krishna told Arjuna now, Swadharmam api chavekyam navikam pitum arhasi dharmadi yuddhasrayonya satriyanatjana vidyate. My dear Arjuna, being a satriya, you got a duty to perform in the world. You are meant to fight for the right cause. Adache tvam imam dharmyam sangramam na karisyasi. Tada swadharmam kirtim cha idva papam avapsyasi. In the 233, Krishna says, if you don't carry out your duty, that will be a great sin will be coming into your life. No? Akirtim chapi bhutani kadayasyame tevyayam sambhavitasya chakritir maranarati richyate. And the whole world will be talking, about your infamy. Is a person who have lived, with great honor. Dishonor is worse than death. So better, Arjuna, Krishna told Arjuna, Ato va prapsesi swargam jitva va bhoksyasi mahim tasmad udista kaunteya udaya krita nischaya. In the chapter 2, text 37, Krishna told, by fighting for me, if you win, you get this kingdom. If you lose, you die, you go to the heavenly planet. Why you worry? Sukhe dukhe samakritva. Sukhe dukhe samakritva labhav jayav jayav. Tato yuddhava yujjasva naivam papam avapsyasi. Whether you are in happy, whether you are distressed, whether you are gaining or losing, now you carry out your duty without consideration of happiness and distress and, gain and loss. In this way, Krishna brings in the subject matter of the soul, and now Krishna, told Arjuna what is his duty. His duty is that Swadharma mapi chavekyam. Swadharma means there is social dharma, there is a spiritual dharma must follow. In the purport, Prabhupada beautifully writes that Arjuna in the beginning was talking about, the dharma of the body, about the family and everything else. Now Arjuna has forgotten about the dharma of the soul, the duty of the soul. And Krishna told Arjuna that Swadharma mapi chavekyam. Now you do your Swadharma. That means, your social order and your spiritual order you should take care. And the social order is that you must understand that all of us, we have got some duty in our life. As a leader of the country, the leader has got some duty towards the citizens. And as a parents of the family, the parents have got some duty towards the children. And as a husband, you got some duty towards your wife. And as a wife, she got some duty towards you. And the children have got some duty towards parents, but their duties are not same. By keeping Krishna in the center of their activities, all become united for the same goal of life. So the duty of the king, the duty of the leader, the prime minister is that he must make sure that the citizens are properly protected and they are happy under their ruling. The Shastra says, every day before, when they get up, the king, the prime minister, they should think about, Astapalaka. There are 8 demigods who see the welfare of the world. Number 1 is that, Surya, the sun god. Number 2 is that Indra. Number 3 is Vayu. Number 4 is Varuna. Number 5 is Yamaraj. Number 6 is Agni. Number 7 is Chandra. Number 8 is Kubera. The leaders of the country, they must be like a sun god. Sun is shining, sun is absorbing, taking the water from the ground, is keeping it on the sky. When there is a requirement for the water for the people, now Indra is pouring the water. So the leaders should take tax from the people. They must collect the tax from the people. But it's not all the time collecting the tax. Once a year, they collect the tax, and end of the year, they return the money by 3 times. If they've taken $1,000 from you as a tax, the government should return to you at the end of the year by $3,000. So they must know that, they must be like a sun taking, like Indra giving. It's not only just taking and taking and taking, putting people into a great anxiety of life. So the king, the leaders, they must be like that, like a sun, like the Indra, and they must be like a Vayu, like the air. There is no place without any air in the world. So the leader must know exactly what is happening in the country with everybody and everywhere. So he must know everything, Vayu. And they must be like a Varuna. Varuna is that, Varuna, when you do some mistake, immediately Varuna punish you. Yamaraj is that he punish you after you die. But Varuna punish you before you die. So the leaders must be like a Varuna. The parents, the father must see the children are making some mistake. He must try to see how to correct them. And the leaders also should be like a Yamaraj, that they should not take any bribes, to let the wrong person to go free. This becomes a bigger problem in the world, where everywhere, why people are suffering, why they're fighting, because there are people, the leaders are not very honest. There was a time in Malaysia that, they had a big problem of somebody coming out with, the CD, which the CD is, it's not a legal CD. What do you call that? Loop, yeah? Pirate CD. So somebody is, is a professional singers. They come out with, some CDs. Before their CDs comes out, already pirate comes out, fill up the market. So there was a big problem in Malaysia with the pirate CD, and they do not know what to do. Then they send out all the policemen, throughout Malaysia. The maximum policemen in Malaysia all are Muslims, and they pray for 5 times, and then they go around whole Malaysia for 1 year. They are not able to catch any CD, any fellas who is producing this pirate CD for 1 year. And finally, there was a man from Germany. Your man have come from Germany with 2 sniffing dogs. He brought 2 sniffing dogs from Germany, and then he went to Malaysia, all around the country, and the 2 sniffing dogs, within 1 month, he caught all the fellas who were coming out with pirate CD. Even, fellow praying 5 times, they cannot do this job. And after that, he was in the airport, he's living, the airport, and he was standing with his 2 dogs. So the reporter went and asked him, the policemen in Malaysia, the educated fella, they went around 1 year, they're not able to catch this thief who's producing this pirate CD. How your 2 dogs is able to do? And the German man said that my 2 dogs are very good, they do not take bribes. The whole problem in the world, people have lost, honesty in their life. There is no truthfulness in the path, So now, the leader should be like, sun. They should be like Indra. They should be like a Vayu, the air. They should be like a Varuna. They should be like a Yama. No, you're wrong, you have to be punished, cannot be bribed. And they should be like a Agni used for the right things, for your cooking. Agni also you can do it for the wrong thing. Those to be rewarded in your country, you should reward them. Those to be punished, you should punish them. And they should be like a Chandra, like the moon. Moon only bringing coolingness for the people. They're not like the sun. So the leader should be like a moon, always bringing good news for the citizen. Not, putting all kinds of anxiety into the head of the citizen. So they must bring the cool news for the citizen. And finally, number 8, the leader should be like a Kubera. He is, the treasurer of wealth. So you should be giving to the people, for their happiness of their living in the world. So the politician, they should be like, Astapalaka, like 8, Devas. Now in the house, now the husband has got a duty towards a wife. That husband has to make sure for 365 days, 24 hours, he protects his wife. He should not raise his hand even playfully to beat or to harm his wife. And he should not talk bad about his wife in the public to anybody. He has to respect his wife as he has respected his mother, as he has respected, his sisters in the family. Similarly, he should respect his wife, and he has to always please the wife. Every day he must give some gift to the wife. Keep the momentum going. Otherwise your life is finished. It's not you have to buy big gift and give. Just you are driving in the street and then you see, okay, there's a Pakistan mango has come. The mango have arrived from Pakistan. And your wife, she crazy for the Pakistan mango. And there's a heavy traffic jam. But still, you take somewhere space, you stop the car, run and buy the Pakistan mango, and go to the house, you give it to your wife. She go, wow! You buy for me mango, Pakistan! And you say yes. That was so difficult. I don't even have the parking there. But I thought of you. I know you like the Pakistan mango. For you, I take any risk. Between husband and wife, that has to be a little bit lying. You cannot be everything very honest. Lying is not mean you got another girlfriend, you are lying. You're not like that kind of lying. She is not beautiful anymore. When you saw first time, she was very beautiful. Now she is, a little bit old, not beautiful. Don't tell her you look ugly. You tell her you look more beautiful than what I've seen you the first time. That makes them, Life is, full of, trouble and difficulty and so much of test and tribulation. People need a little bit of, encouragement in their life. You eat their food, Maybe your mother cooks better than your wife. But you don't tell your wife, my mummy is better than your cooking. You don't tell your wife, even the monkey don't eat your food. Next time she may put a poison into your food. She may think this fellow is an idiot, So you must say a little bit of, lies to keep the momentum going. Otherwise your relationship become very dry. So your duty is that make sure that you keep your wife all the time happy, satisfied. And the duty of a wife is that now the husband for 365 days, 24 hours, he only wanted to give me happiness and protection. Now I must ready to serve him. You come back from work, your wife should ask you, come back, come in, are you okay today? You smile. Prabhupada said the woman should know 3 things, how to keep the house clean, how to cook, nicely, and how to smile when the husband come back. The moment you don't smile, you want to show your anger, a man may not come back to your house anymore. You may think forest is better than the house, So the wife, only duty she must understand. Of course, I'm telling in general, if both are working, If you come first, she smile. If she come first, you smile, And, those days, the ladies not cooking, not working, men working. So they cook, And nowadays, ladies are working, you're working. If she comes back late, you cook and get ready the food. And, share the duty of the house. Today, things have changed in the world due to all this modern civilization. So now the only duty of the wife is that somewhere or other, and should not talk back to the husband and make him upset and angry. There must be, some giving and taking. So the husband's duty is to provide protection, the wife's duty is to give some service to the husband. Now there's a duty of the parents towards the children. Up to the 5 years old, the children don't have any karma in the world. The children don't have any karma because of the parents. The parents don't have any karma because of the children. From 5 years old to 12 years old, whatever the children do, the karma only goes to the parents, but the children don't have any karma by the action from 5 years to 12 years old. After 12 years old onward, whatever the children do, the karma only goes to the children, that doesn't affect the parents. So now up to 5 years old, you give as much love you can give it to your children. You don't beat them, even playfully you don't beat them. You give all love to your children, and if they want anything, if you can afford, buy and give them. When they come to 5 years old, now you take a stick in your hand, get them to sit down. You say, now education begins. You tell the children there are 5 important things in life. Number 1, money is very important. Number 2, the elders are very important. Number 3, the relatives are very important. Number 4, your habit is very important. Number 5, education is very important. You must tell your children 5 years old, call them and let them sit down. You show them the stick, you tell them there are 5 things important in your life. 1 is wealth, another is elder, another is relative, 4th is habit, 5th is education. You tell the children you can let go the money, you can let go the elders, you can let go the relative, you can let go your habit, but no reason you can let go your education. 5 years old, you sit with the stick and tell them, study, 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 study. The only duty of the children to study. If they are properly educated, money will come and knock the door for them. If they are properly educated, they know how to respect the elders. The relative will come and look for you. When you are successful in your life, your habit become also better. So education is the key point of every success of a human life. That is why Krishna comes to impart this knowledge, so that you can be successful in your life. That is the duty of the children, to understand that their only duty is that study, nothing else. Now the children have got duty towards their parents. Now the mother has given a breast milk to the child. How the child is going to pay back the mother? Now eternally the children are indebted to the parents. All the children have to do is that when the parents are coming back from work, if they're sitting on the sofa, they should get up and then they go, Papa, come in, Mama, come in. And they should ask, do you need any drinks, coffee, tea, Milo, Nescafe? They cannot just sit like the boss of the house, shaking their legs, pretend like not seeing them. But they are not the owner of the house. Only duty of the children to serve the parents, nothing else. What can I do? Like Hanuman going behind Lord Ram, what can I do? What service can I do? Children should go behind the parents. What can I do? What can I do? So these are the duties Krishna is telling in the chapter 2, text 31. Swadharman, Swadharmam api chavekya, my dear Arjun. You now do your Swadharma. And Prabhupada writes that Swadharma means your social responsibility and your spiritual responsibility. And when your children comes to 16 years old, I'm talking about those days, Nowadays, of course, you may think, Maharaj, all those things, the children are not going to hear, It's going to be wasting time. But don't worry, when Krishna went to advise Duryodhan, and Vidura told Krishna, my dear Krishna, why you come to advise Duryodhan, he's very arrogant, he will never listen to anybody. Why you're wasting time? Krishna says, don't worry. It's my duty to give him the advice. Whether he takes it or doesn't take it, that is up to him. I don't want next time people blame me. Oh, Krishna was there. Why Krishna never advised Duryodhana? People will, will tell that I'm very bad. Whether Duryodhana listen or don't listen doesn't matter. It's my duty to educate. So whether your children listen or don't listen doesn't matter. It's your duty to educate them. When they are 16 years old, those days it is believed that when they come to 16 years old, their mindset it changes, going into the youthful life. But of course today this world, 12 years old, they already mindset changes for everything. So when 16 years old, you let your children to sit down and tell them there are 8 kinds of marriages there in the world. 8 kinds of marriages. One is called Brahma Vivaha. Second is called Deva Vivaha. Third is called Arsa Vivaha. Fourth is called Prajapati Vivaha. Fifth is called Gandharva Vivaha. Sixth is called Asura Vivaha. Seventh is called Rakshasa Vivaha. Eighth is called Pishacha Vivaha. These are the 8 marriages in the world. Why they tell the 8 marriages? Because you go into the right part of the marriage, you'll produce a child who can deliver the forefathers of your life. So number 1, you must tell your child, Brahma Vivaha is that somebody who have gone and learned how to control their mind and senses, who have understood the difference between body and soul, whose the knowledge acquiring senses are under their control. Sometimes they call them a brahmachari, so that you get that kind of fellow to marry a daughter. That is called Brahma Vivaha. By that marriage, when child is born, that child will deliver 21 generation of your forefathers, past 7 generation of the past, present 7, and then future 7, they will deliver from the Brahma Vivaha. This is arranged by the parents. And number 2 is that Deva Vivaha, that is the children among the devotees, children are getting married. And from that, marriage, that also arranged marriage. From that marriage, when the child is born, the child is able to deliver 15 generations of forefathers, from the past, present and future. And now there is another marriage, called Arsa marriage, that you get them married, that also arranged marriage, you get them married, and then you don't, give any dowry, but you give, some chant, some beautiful mantra, blessing mantra for them. The 4th one is called, Prajapati marriage. There is a marriage, arranged marriage. And from that marriage, 7 generations of forefathers can be delivered. The first one, 21 generation. The second one, 15 generation. The third marriage, 13 generation. The last one, 7 generation of your forefathers can be delivered. And the Shastra says for these 4 marriages, you find a beautiful place, you bring the musician, you bring the best priest, you print the wedding card, you spend, luxuriously conduct this wedding. But the other 4 marriages, you don't worry about finding a hall, finding, the musician, finding the priest. You don't worry about, printing a wedding card. The 4 marriages, they cannot even deliver their own self. How are they going to deliver others in the world? The other 4 marriages is that, Gandharva is, love marriage. You see, in our tradition, we call it marriage, is known as the, Kanya Dhan. You give your daughter as a charity. Sometimes in the Indian system is that when the boy is, no discipline in the house, the boy going out, coming back late, he is not, very irresponsible. And somebody will tell, you get your son married, you'll become responsible. Because now nobody to discipline him is like that. So the boy, indisciplined, they're trying to get him married. On the other side, the girl also indisciplined. She sleeps up to the midday, she never wake up, never do anything. She is lazy and they are thinking what to do with this girl. They said, get them married, then they'll be okay after that, So this side, useless fella, this time useless girl, all come together. They get married, Gandharva. So it's no more charity. When you give a charity, you must give the right, proper thing as a charity. You cannot give a used thing. That means if you go into a love, somewhere or other, you spoiled, both of you, and you cannot give, spoiled one to another person, They go, those days are different. I'm just giving you, for some understanding, So nowadays, people may laugh at all those things, but it doesn't matter, So now this is the Gandharva love marriage, it's not really recommended in our system because they become polluted, physically and mentally, and all they become polluted before they go into the proper system of marriage life. And the second, also not recommended is Asura marriage, that, they sell the girls for dowry, that, you want to marry my daughter, give me, 2 lakhs, they sell the girl, And the third one is Rakshasa, by force, they get the girl married to somebody whom, she is not interested with, And the fourth one, is called Pisasha, that somewhere or other the girl and boy, for example, they meet in the, maybe in the Facebook, So in the Facebook, normally there is no face, nobody knows who's this person. And they meet in the Facebook, and then, then they come in contact, then he writes about, oh, I think, your voice is very sweet, and then, you speak so nice, you look very nice, you walk very nice, He talks about glorify the girl, and the girl thinks, he's very nice, my papa also never said like that, my mummy also never said like that, all the time they only, find fault on me, look at this guy, very nice fellow. So they communicate through the Facebook, and they say, come and meet in the shopping center. They're meeting like that, they develop, some sort of connection, and through that connection, the girl become pregnant, And one day the girl tells to the boy, I become pregnant, you should marry me. And after that, the girl cannot see him anymore. He already disappeared. The moment the girl is pregnant, he already ran away to somewhere else. And he's somewhere else, then here the girl is sitting and crying, I'm pregnant because of this guy. And then, and the news comes from somebody, oh, I know about that boy who was hanging around with your daughter. The boy was going with your daughter, the boy is not working, he is in where? He is in Berlin. I saw him, he's working in the Berlin one restaurant, Now your cousin, your brother, friends, you hire one car, you take the car, you go to Berlin, you beat him up in Berlin and bring him to Köln, and then he say, now, marry, pee, 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 pee. That is the Pisasha, ghost marriage, they said. First of all, they never had the intention to marry the girl. But somewhere or other, he wanted to cheat the girl, somewhere or other, he's got caught, he's pushed, he's forced to go into the, that, marriage, meetings. So in this way, when they are 16 years old, you teach your children. Of course, they may not follow, but it's your duty. They got some idea. And time to come, they will know that, my papa told me very good things, but I did not listen, So in this way, Krishna wants Arjuna to do is your duty, not only social, but also the soul. And in the 239, Krishna brings in another subject for Krishna. No. Isete bihitam sankyam buddhi yogam tvam imam srino. 239, Krishna says, my dear Arjuna, so far I have taught you about the Sankhya Yoga. Now I'm going to teach you about the Buddhi Yoga. Through devotional service, how you can get rid of all your karma. Buddhi, yukta buddhi, jahatiha ube sukrite duskrite, tasmad yoga yunjasva yoga karma sukausalam. In the chapter 2, text 51, Krishna says that in the world people do anything, it brings in a good merits and bad merits, sin and piety. Now by performing devotional service, you become free from any kinds of reaction of the world. So now this is the problem. We'll go to the 3rd chapter. Because Arjuna will say, I'm very confused now because you said, Buddhi Yoga is better. If Buddhi Yoga is better, why you ask me to, pushing me into the battle? I just go into the Buddhi Yoga, I don't need to fight with anybody. That comes in the 3rd chapter. But now, then Krishna will tell Arjun, getting late, Krishna will tell Arjun that, that yatato hi api kaunteya purusarya viparchita indriyani pramadhane aranti prasabam manad. 260, Krishna told Arjun that, that even somebody who knows the discrimination between good and bad, even the senses are very strong. Even to somebody who knows the discrimination between these two, also become very difficult for them to control the senses. And 262, 63, Krishna said, Dhyayaton visayam pumsam sangate supajayate sanga sanjayate kama kama krodha bijayate krodha bhavati sammoha sammoha smriti vibrama smriti brahmsar buddhinasar buddhinasar punasiti. Arjuna, by contemplating the mind on the object of the senses, you develop attachment towards that. From the attachment, lust develops. From the lust, anger develops. From the anger, delusion develops. From the delusion, bewilderment of memory. And memory is lost, you lose your intelligence. You fall again into the material pool of repeated birth and death. Raga dvesa vimuktastu indriyan visayan saran atmavasya vidiyatma prasadam adhigacchati prasadam sarva dukkhanam anirasya padhayate prasanna desata yato buddhi pratiparyasate. Krishna told by raga dvesa, by becoming free from the attachment and aversion in the world, by controlling the senses, he said there you will get the mercy of Krishna, prasadam. Attain the mercy of Krishna, and prasadam sarva dukkhanam. One who have got the mercy of Krishna, they become free from all kinds of miseries of life. So in the 270, Krishna told apuryamanam achala pratistam samodaramapa privivanti sadvar Tadval kamayam privisanti sarve sasantim apnoti na kama kami. He says just like a person who is able to control, able to tolerate the flow of desire into his life, just like the rivers are flowing into the ocean, but the ocean still remains, same. Similarly, a person who can, not disturbed by the flow of desires into his life, and then, he become, peaceful in his life. Vihaya kaman ya sarvan, puman charati nispraha, nirmamo nirahankara sasantim adhigacchati. A person who becomes free from different kinds of desire, nirmamo, a person who give up the false proprietorship of the world, nirahankara, a person who becomes free from false ego, that person attains peace in his life. And the last verse of the 2nd chapter is it 272. Say Isa Brahme Sita Pardha Nainam Prapya Vimukhyati Sevasyam Antakalepi Brahma Nirvanam Richati. Krishna said this is the way of spiritual life. By coming in contact with the spiritual journey, you become free from the bewilderment of life. And up to the end of your life, if you can remain in that condition, as a devotee, he says, you transcend the modes of material nature in the world. So you got to be what you are. And what is our real position? We are Naham Vipra, Na Chap Narapati, Na Vaishya. We are not a Brahmana, we are not a Satriya, Vaishya, Sudra, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas, Gopi Bhartu, Padakamalayo, Dasadas. We are eternal servant of the servant of the servant of Lord Krishna, who serves the Lord's feet. Always we have to remain as the servant. You do not, go beyond this understanding, thinking that I am, this, I am that. Never go away from this principle of understanding. Prabhupada given, story how there was a sadhu with his disciple, he went to the Ganges river. And in Ganges river, he saw that there was, scorpion floating on the Ganges river. And the sadhu saw the scorpion, he wanted to help the scorpion. He wants to take out the scorpion and leave it on the ground. The moment he wanted to put his hand, the scorpion coming to bite him. And again, he tries to, take him out, take the scorpion out. Again he comes to bite. Again he's trying, And that time the disciple asked the guru, the sadhu said, "My dear Guruji, you are trying to help the scorpion, to save the scorpion's life. You are trying to help, but the scorpion's coming to bite you. So why you are trying again?" The sadhu said, "It is the nature of the scorpions to bite you, but it is the nature of the sadhus to help." So we got two different, natures. So our nature is always to remain as the servant of the Lord. As we have started yesterday, that human being has got a goal in their life. The goal is called Purushartha Vidhi, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. This is the human goal. Before you go and look for your wealth, before you start for enjoyment of your life, before you try to get out from the trouble of life, first thing you have to establish in your life is the Dharma, the principle which we have mentioned from the 7th canto, chapter 11, text 2, text 5, text 7, and text 8 to 12, the 30 principle of human, Dharma, which is been called Sanatana Dharma. So you must have this understanding. Now you must focus into why you have come and joined the movement. Never at any time you are deviating. In the chapter 8, text 8, Krishna says, that Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena Chetaso Nanya Gamina Paramam Purusam Divyam Yati Patana Chintayam. A person who doesn't deviate from this path of Krishna consciousness easily attains the love of Krishna. You don't deviate from the path. Because somebody else is deviating, you don't buy that story. You have come here for one reason here. All of us, we have come to Prabhupada movement for one reason. And Prabhupada, when he has registered the organization in 1966, Prabhupada has got 7 purposes why he is registering the organization. That is the mission of the organization. Number 1, Prabhupada said, there are imbalance in the society, in the human society, there are imbalance of value. Because of that, people don't have unity, people don't have peace. He said now that Krishna consciousness will bring the balance of value in the human society to teach the public. I said now I register this organization. Number 2, the teaching will be coming from Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Number 3, there has to be a place for the congregational meeting of the members. Number 4, to carry out the prediction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in every village and town. And number 5, to build temples, to look for some pilgrimage places. And number 6, to have a very simple and high-thinking way of life. And number 7 is that, to print book, to publish book, and to distribute book. This is the mission of Prabhupada movement. So now you join the movement, you understand this, the mission. Now assist the mission of Prabhupada movement without, creating another your own mission in your life. And you must be very focused, There was a husband and wife, they went to the market to buy vegetable, And in the same market, there was a guru and his disciple also in the same market there. So the guru and disciple, they're buying vegetable. The husband and wife, one side buying vegetable. And the talk between the husband and wife become little bit, argument. And the argument become little bit more bigger. And the man got, the husband got angry. He raised his hand and slapped his wife in front of the guru and the disciple. And then, then he saw the guru looking and then he says, sorry, my dear guru, but you must understand my guru, my dear Guruji, that, my wife is a useless lady. If I talk something, she will talk back, she make me angry. And then I get angry, I'll beat the wife. Is it wrong? Guru says, you are right, you can go. So he left ready. And he left ready, the wife said, Guruji, only listening one side of the story is not right, you also listen from me. She said, my husband is a useless fella, he's a drunkard fella, he's a lazy fella. He never go to work, no money in the house. He said, keep the house clean. Even to buy the broom, there is no money. Then I tell him, you behave like a man, go and look for the money, take care of the family properly. And when I say something like this, the man get angry, he beats me. Is it wrong, Swamiji, if I correct my husband? Swamiji said, you are right, you can go. So he go ready. Now the disciple, he said, Guruji, I'm very confused now. What is that? He said to the man, he said, you are right, go. To the wife, he said, right, go. And I do not know who's right, who's wrong. Guruji says, you also right. And the disciple said, Guruji, I don't understand. Then the Guruji says, now you listen to me. Where we have come today? He said, we came to the market. Why we come to the market? To buy vegetable. So we come to here, buy vegetable and go. Counseling is another place, don't worry. So you come here to do what? You focus into what you have come here for. Other thing you don't worry about, Krishna is the doer of everything in life. So in this way, Arjuna is telling one thing about the social, responsibility in the first chapter. And Krishna includes, the spiritual responsibility also in life. And Krishna finally he told Arjuna that, there's another way that, you can come out from, from the result of your reaction by devotional service, So in this way, the third chapter will go that Arjuna said, I'm confused about your similar sort of instruction, So please tell me which one is better. Then the Karma Yoga began from there. So anybody got any questions here or any doubts?
Hare Krishna. Thank you, dear Maharaj, for your wonderful lecture, firstly, and during your narration, there were like a deja vu, and I was thinking of myself, and I find myself in a situation where I think I don't deserve the love of Krishna, because now it's a few years, he comes with so much mercy. You narrated through the Bhagavad Gita, which carries so much love and so much mercy, he wants to deliver me, so yeah. I understand it. And I am material entangled, and I didn't understand it. I get more and more aware, and I get more and more aware of the love of God and his how he waits and has the time until I understand it. And with this awareness, I think I don't deserve it. It's through this narration I get aware of it.
Well, you are devotee, you are very special for Krishna. When Krishna went to the Kamyaka forest, when the Pandavas were in the forest, Krishna went and saw them. And Krishna, the moment he saw the Pandavas, and he told Arjuna, that the Duryodhana is not, should not have done this thing to you all. I want to go back and kill Duryodhana. And Arjuna pacified Krishna. He said, never mind. He pacified Krishna, glorified Krishna. And Krishna told Arjuna, my dear Arjuna, there is no difference between you and me. You Pandavas and me, there is no difference. My mission coming to the world to propagate dharma, and you have come to the forest also to establish dharma, and your goal is dharma, my goal is dharma, so there is no difference between our mission. Our mission is only one. Because our mission is only one, there is no difference between you and me. So you have come to Krishna, and Krishna's mission is somewhere rather to establish Krishna consciousness, and your mission somewhere to revive Krishna consciousness. And there was a devotee in America, Prabhupada time, that he had a bit of car accident, and then he came to the temple, and one devotee said, Prabhupada, he had car accident, minor accident, but the insurance have paid him some money. So Prabhupada asked him how much the insurance have paid him. He said $5,000. Prabhupada says, they should give him 10,000. And devotee said, normally no, Prabhupada, normally it's only 5,000. Prabhupada says, normally 5,000, but he is a devotee, he should be given 10,000. Because your vibration in the world will bring a good vibration for everybody in the country. So you are chosen soul. Not easily you can come to Krishna. You've been chosen by Krishna. and always you feel, that you're not qualified. That's the best qualification of a devotee. Always feel that, everybody else is qualified, but I'm not really qualified. So always you remain very humble and meek, and surely Krishna will bless your life. To go back to Krishna is very easy in Kali Yuga. You don't need to become a big scholar. You don't need to become, big, wealthy man. You don't need to develop any kinds of extraordinary, behavior in your life. All you have to do is that, come and submit to Krishna. Say, my dear Lord, I'm not qualified, but somewhere or other by the mercy of the devotees, of you, that, I got this opportunity. Kindly bless my life, that for rest of my life that I'll be at your feet. Always remain very humble. You'll be very happy in your life. Vaishnavas, they're very empowered soul. They will do very big in their life, provided always you remain very humble. So Mahaprabhu has given Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sai. Always remain humble, be tolerant, and respect everybody in your life. And people don't respect you, don't worry about that. For the devotee, Prabhupada said their garland, is not here. Their garland will be given in the Vaikuntha planet. The glorification will be up there, not here. So you keep serving, and thank the Lord for kindly giving you this opportunity. Thank Prabhupada for kindly giving this opportunity. Thanks all the devotees, that they've opened this temple. It's not easy to open, not easy to run an establishment, not easy to maintain. It needs so much of money, it needs so much of manpower, it needs so much of service, And Kali Yuga, the Shastra say even two men come together, definitely there will be fight, So, living with so many around here, to maintain that, friendliness, that, harmony is not that easy. But, devotees have taken that responsibility to give the opportunity for many to participate, so that, always we are very grateful and thanking the devotees. And always when you come to the temple, you see what you can do in the temple. Some service, when you go back to your house, you do what you have to do in your house. When you do anything in your house, you only get, one type of mercy. One time only get the mercy. If you clean your house, you get one mercy only. But you come to clean the temple, mercy is multiplied many times. If 100 devotees coming here and then you clean the temple, 100 devotees mercy you will get it, because you clean a place where 100 devotees have participated. In your house, you get only one time. But here you get multiply, washing the pots, sweeping the floor, mopping the floor. Anything you can do. Come here, you give your heart and soul for Krishna, do the best. Go back to your workplace, you give your heart and soul, do the best. In your house, you do the best. Wherever you are devotee, they don't put up, different, type of faces in different places. Devotees are the same in everywhere. They speak the truth in the temple, they speak the truth in the house, they speak the truth, in the street, they speak the truth in the workplace. The devotees always got one type of lifestyle, only Krishna conscious lifestyle. Prabhupada said the politician has got two tongues, they speak one for the family, one for the public. A devotee is only one for everywhere. So be honest. Krishna will bless your life.
I have only one other question. Sorry, I have. It's now since 2 or 3 weeks, and today it's like the proof for my thinking that Krishna tells it through you, that I have to read much that I missed, and so I have the obstacle that I want to read at home, because I have the feeling that I have missed it to read.
Yeah.
And I have, and I want to make service, and that's always, I don't know what's in this current state. When I have this thinking, what should I make?
Yeah, Prabhupada said devotees should do 4 things. First thing, he said devotees should take care of their health. First thing, you take care of your health. Second thing, you do your chanting Hare Krishna. Third things, you do some service. Fourth, you must read Prabhupada book. These 4 things every day you must do. Now you need some service, you have to sit and talk to the leaders of the temple here, that such and such day, I'm free. Is there any service that I can, occupy? And every day, you make sure that you're reading proper books. Even 5 minutes, 10 minutes, doesn't matter. You bring in the habit, of reading. And now we are talking, see, when we are talking, we cannot give you 100% knowledge. Of course, we are talking 100%, but you only will take 25% from me. You must understand how you take the knowledge from the people. You don't 100% you leave it to the speaker that he will teach you. What I speak, you only will take 25% from me. Another 25% you go back home, you do your revision. That means you go and think it over what today Maharaj spoke, Oh, he says this one, this one, this one. So you gain another 25% by doing your own revision. Another 25% you call the devotees. No, I remember this. Is there anything else he said, association? You get 25%. So 25% you get knowledge from the Guru. Another 25% by your, reputation of what Guru says. Another 25% from the devotee association. So now you gain 75% of knowledge in the world. The last 25% of knowledge you will learn through the journey of life. Till the point of death, you will be learning something in the world. You don't never think, I've already learned everything, finish, close subject. No. Even at the point of death, you will learn something in your life. So life journey will teach you 25%. Your friends, the association devotee teach you 25. Your own endeavor will give you 25. The Guru will give you 25. That is how you gain, knowledge in the world. So next time when you come, when somebody giving class, you bring a note and pen. Write down. Because we are not superpower memory we have got, So we may forget. You go back, you go through, then you remember 25%. Otherwise, Kali Yuga, our memory become very short, So we may not even remember, 3/4 what we have heard today. So like that, that's the way you gain the knowledge in your life. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for being here today. And we'll meet again tomorrow morning. And up to that point, may Krishna give us a very good intelligence, very good Krishna consciousness in ourselves, that thing of Krishna, and carry on with our life, and be good with yourself, and be good with the devotees, and do the best in your life for your welfare and the welfare of others in the world. A devotee always wants to be happy, and he also wants to see others are happy in their life. Let us live and let others also live in the world. Thank you so much. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaura Pramanande.